Now it is only half after 8. Aha, a year onuya 95.1. Na yes, some pajumedi suni yegusu ayede en komo. Yabeko zoom no suni yedi nkomo enho. But before I make question no mame emisa kojo endra. Shatta Wale says bebre. I mean, EOCO for invite no afeko we asiye ye detained no eko we asiye ye de bail conditions said the best says Shatta Wale emiti. Na akofa ho ha choka bebre ediaba oyo mamenyi wadwenkyere
enye madwenkyere na Shatta no wayeden
Shatta Wale
ani yes wayeden
womo se Lamborghini yellow one be FBI fo aba womo ye
yike
no womo yi nsem ano
na yes wayeden Lamborghini ni yes wayeden
ase wakoto krono de
wo hwan ho
car na ankasa ye stolen vehicle
enti nipa na oto won ho no wo hen
nipa ni dem wo US
okay
enti kofi boat ho
enti now one ansana yebechi Shatta na ye established so what talk no de
exactly
meboa eye krono de na Shatta wo onim say ye krono de no toye ana say na onim
was onim
o say me mum de enye se me pe Shatta asimuntia ye pew wo pa Tumutai. Shatta is the Lumba of our time.
Okay. Current generation.
No. Shatta Wale is the Lumba of our time. You can choose to hate him. You can choose to like him. He will still triumph. Eye bam. What way? Upa will be in town and on pewasem. Your voice on radio. Who do you men can't say punish crime.
Yes.
But say established say na onima at that material moment, no, then I say you know.
Your friend says so interrogation.
There be any question by a suspect. As a son of by witness in my prosecution.
Okay. But interrogation in the best establish it no. And we statement and EOCO at the buy. EOCO for say one more be say car documentation way. Shatta Wale say on net documentation to the car.
With him.
In fact, also got to car no crowd was street in so.
Mamin share what there.
Free why?
Mamin that's what we need port of you know.
EOCO for name.
What we need port of you. You wouldn't say country yanka so manya yet to me ye penny for na crime ekoso
send saying
that's why na okay ye penny for no e na aboa na crime kwa na ekoso wo pa yen check MPs ministers e wo kroma na obi akas ne yen check say na duty wo ho a
any insurance
me say wo pa sesi me can say Shatta ya de papa o I am not talking about him say why ye born why ya de papa. No, that is not what I'm saying.
Okay.
But yen check ministers ni MP say okroma yen ko obi afie yen check obi aka. Yen say ni na na yetua duty a. One yen kasa on mine no yama crime.
Foster.
Our mobility ho cost one. You live with a small country like Togo as your neighbor.
Yes.
Togo Freeport.
Or ye Freeport.
Togo Freeport. Togo here.
Yes.
Uko Central Regional etwo ye fe no to enti Togo. Echo ahaya eko echo ko to go hayai our Freeport okay na say what talker be $80,000
yes
say eba bedru Ghana ha na eko be $200,000 what do you expect
exactly
so what do you have to do
reduce it
exactly.
And I'm making it free. No,
pharmacy, yes, one modi cocoa across the body. And then I buy one to cocoa. Hey, it's a cocoa, your best one give you. Daddy, first an anchor for tot diesel and the flat petrol. I'm a saying for engines. Oh, Krumha. And then I buy ye
deregulation.
Or deregulation by ye. Or ye no increase diesel price. And many petrol by ye pet. And to what tough frame I will boka. Anameboa. Okay. Sa me tigana ha na setema ha bo me tetema ha yai. Na sa me kwa ko yi niema e wo tema.
Yeah.
na ye de duty bo kakraka semikom na me madam for oye malini amene ne call Teachers Service University College ewo Kumasi
yeah
and Radford University major banking and finance na ono wakota ne kromo hoya o Mali wakraka the same card me kra bi fi America na batema habo me kwa koyi media no yesi me ntua duty close to $43,000 na ono ot Mali onye ontua tax magana onye hwe magana but ono no de yesi ombe yi car no wa ha free na onfanko
and you know the fuel the air cost
that you mean kase no a contributing factor. Well, so we analysis of an issue. You don't only look at the sinning kwa.
Yeah.
There are other
causal effects.
As so you look at it. So why are we doing this to ourselves? Men can say the Shatta Wale and you, they can offer away.
I saw still on my Anna.
Inti on the end.
I said, oh, it's
Interpol to be a back probia so asasi so a. Shatta dey betimi ache na loko no. Edna to how many days?
What you tell?
Can offer Interpol we wiase agu. I am not glorifying either crime where you ketwa and a crime where you kese. But Ken Interpol agu e we wiase where is Ken offer Yay. One year adwuma wo national service ye na sesi o mo nam hoyi. National Signals Bureau papa no owen.
I saw no the office prosecution.
You see you drew baby a wo ho. E ba ne say no koduru ho.
Okay.
Shatta ye obi otonyom. O ni din metwe mi wut ebia mi wo mi sika metwe ato mobile phone we. Minim sa branch your ton phones ewo so and so phones company send the phones okuria. Abranche your the cast by non talk cast where easily go. When the name
you see ignorant of the law is no excuse.
Debbie, all that are legal are not right.
And kwakotwa so I say buyer beware. It's a due diligence as I say what to me.
Chief, all that are legal are not right. Not everything that is legal under the sun is right. So tell me, you sitting here with me. Ghana MP sakwakoye mrase say we baba di 16 years we be between another no ntimi one we be prensa me no about 16 years over under.
Debbie.
And so it is legal, right? But is it right?
95.1.
It is legal. But is it right?
And you're right.
Not all that are legal are right. That is why before the law there are exceptional cases. To every law there's an exception. To every law there's an exception. I am not a lawyer. But MPP for that woman to my court to pan I am a lawyer for you all. So therefore,
ONUAFM 95.1.
When you say why established said the intent was not criminal.
The intent is on the Obeko Toka.
A branch and no so no son or garage or easily go.
ONUAFM 95.1.
And it said me Captain who V8 Annie who Fortuna Annie who Ford Annie. Na me no tifie hey who pe car to. Na wo shia me. That's my kwan so. Na me so so pe car to da me dey be the be ma. Captain ade na say so 80,000. Law GDA wum. GDA wo law. Tell you what the spirit and the letter of the law. Na me ja ade na de ma wa.
ONUAFM.
And nam santi na ma UK. Constitution written and unwritten. Was the penumasem it be the year juma. Na me de me car ma winning me. Say captain will cast me and say, me tribe emfie na into be him semedia. Na woto. Be what you car. Captain paper no you mini am de be ba na waka me wutwi. Me obi wana ehia wa waje car na fi so. Ye me kan papa bi Graham Barnes the book one of the greatest law lecturers. Is it Nicaragua? One of the Latin American countries. Yes, Nicaragua. Or say, GDA woni pem woho. Eye mrache de ya troll pepem. Oh, mini na sa de mu ya nje fi wunsem. Ya me de watwi saa wo kura kai wata be afidie. paper dey already here masa kosu twa
ONUAFM
insurance
95.1.
wu a na ma ye call baby aka na me ye na ma ko insurance na dey tell ni mu na wokọ adweme na be ba uti ye nche o police bi amusa o yan kan so fa kan bi so den eye me na ma commit crime mo wa be ye a victim of that circumstance. You have now become a victim of that circumstance. At that material moment, you know, say ye chimia, na me confess it. Say car na appear could be atrido. You become a witness. No what prosecution no. Majene timia koso. But if you are punishing the witness and punishing the suspect, who are you then going to call? Our court also may your witness. Who then are you going to invite to become your witness?
Interesting. But OSHA charges, there were other charges even aside the AD home comway. EOCO force were benefited from the proceeds of money laundering. One must say, why the friend tax evasion. Nejuma or in the preceding years near the on taxes. Those are some of the charges and so on. But I don't know a different conversation.
Almost say Shatta Wale. Okay. Time na okojina Mahama stage so e wo sunyane Mahama paper no otua tax.
But so here adwuma say otua.
But on that otua tax ana no ntua.
Minim but me say wo here adwuma. Emrade say otua to.
Ye wade bi
captain na wotia wotia to.
Ye wade bi e fa the president. Me nua ye wo zoom so yi on the wako school chair. Ye the People's University of Apam Secondary near.
Obo me ba be fa this is.
Ohwe Isaac enim na nim fefefe say to say Isaac wa master's degree.
ONUAFM 95.
Woman akwa university.
Yes.
It's a precedent so. If you allow a criminal that you know is a criminal to thrive in society where criminals are being abhorred, what are you then the leader doing?
And you walk out say all this one and can see you take action na.
You see, and only idea I am make a selective justice in yenjai. So we invite Shatta Wale so mramebo show do wa ma men fa ho tan. Yet your programs in need to go. I am not supporting say why bibi anya me enka ho asemo. But the reality is that precedence is key. Time no time no go to stage in Mahama paper no to tax. And I don't do that.
I don't have that record.
That be 2016 I know your campaign or didn't Facebook live your campaign Mahama no to tax.
That the way has everything to do with politics, Anna.
No, you see, you do baby and your money be your I say before bibini be a sro se bibini be kosro. Omenye di obetumi puli nipa. Me enra na nya bibi chibi kam wo UPS ya. Kameko yoko obi o.
Kameko akojina ho.
Oh yes, kameko obi. Na sabi. Kana fulata kra so bana mo china. Sa nkrofo be kwa kodina chi. Ono kra nkrofo be kwa kodina chi na Shatta.
ONUAFM 95.1.
But I say, Kojo 44 after 8, Yensem Pasuni, Mamen call a year Ahomaso, na menye Jumei Emra. It's 8:45. Na many Isaac Obo in the Enko Emra. Ono ye anti-fraud expert. Yes.
Obo 30 seconds. I want to sound very controversial.
Say the same.
I am sounding very controversial.
At the end, Kojo controversial.
Internet is so fraud and idea no bo na expect me nimu cybercrime and cyber dead no bo na expect me nimu but kwanya US company no wi aye oil no e wo Jubilee field ho e ko US na crime ben and your friend say that was established to say o ma pekuti kwan bi atwen your oil dey free had the call US.
And a year, man.
Oh, Rafi, Jacob for time. 2010, 11, and 12. Oh, yeah, now almost companies not train. Mbacho, and no crime bear. Sabro for a bear, Juma Waha. No, we are maybe no more cono, ye or more day. And why a crime bear, maybe I no more home brofo. I am from Waye. Sabro for the only nipa chen ye. So one day to be fire yade free. One day wo ye nipa chen yen. Bibiri bia soro broni. Uba wusa brofo ebe kan nyina no. It will lure into the benefits of the white man. Nti sa broni no sa nema no mu wi akoye no. Eno ye crime ben ya, ye be ye wo modan. Wonim sa ba ye bi betra kroma ye fa no Miss Cotton. Rollenstein. Besisa ye sika. E di fikrum ha. $20 million. E de kwetena America. Okoto golden bed an American president to grant to be na so. Omu ye ende ni si ye. Ghana ye maame ne dan. America for che maame ne de 5 years. Omu ye no omu ji sika ne de aka ne fini se no omu ji golden bed ne fini se no omu ton ye. Sa sika ne omu de yade bre. Omu de yade bre ye. Why is it that anytime the white steals from the white man, from the black man,
okay.
And yes, okay. International relations. Anytime the white man steals from the black man, it's international relations. But anytime the black man takes something from the white, it's international crime. Why?
Well, you say, but me mind is watching now, me mano akwaba. Good morning. Let's say.
Good morning. Are you now, sir?
Eradia do me so me ho America to say.
Oh, you go so bibia ko.
Well, yeah, that's a set of pay waji yesua yedi enkomwe na yenim said the akoso in the last few weeks, you know, enkomwa ehu hia pa for the purposes of education any TF nti. Ma yensas free ha cybercrime any fraud ni ade a ye ni internet so ni ade no. Give us a background to it. Na afe yemra fi na yeni nkomo regarding the SCA FBI for free America ba ha ne de ka ho nyina.
Me da say any ka medical chair what for na any wa for na o hwe say de crime go ho from tetinina na crime intwamuda na emira internet call new computer systems call new ma nyoma ye easy no ana ma crime outdoors more and they say kasa ni be acquire cyber crime because obi call robbery no benya sika kakra bia otani computer anima otimi nya sika ni bebre ebi kura no so yehu no risk ni low because obi nkoboni to enkunu ana so nkonya nkwanhia bia enti cyber crime no ye obi crime you committing anywhere through a medium can be a phone, can be computer system by hacking anything enti say pa there crime a top we are say ana say dikan no nyina you committed through the cyber or through the internet and the EOCO pa.
Enti eno na EOCO no ade na sese ho de dikan ade na obi ya I mean yebeka say nipa we wa committed the friend cyber crime and how are we able to use the internet to defraud people whether within the same country or beyond the borders of that particular country?
Me that's if cybercrime is the endorse no pa but maybe bo akesi wo mu and so based on Interpol report ni FBI reports cybercrime is endorse no pa no and I make am asem kakra the kind pa ni romance scam no say dey nyina no any say wo no be din komo hwehwe no me bi ho amani pa no ajiwedi bibrina no ye mostly on obi oyo lonely obi oyo kunafo ope obi ni din komona ebi ma tomo ase no mo di din komona sankrofo bebre nkrofo mo inheritance ye jaw mo japade bebre mo wo sika bebre enti komodi ni ko ba bia du mre bia nipa enya gidie e wo the other party na ni mu ye so ye were two people here you are victim and nipa no commit crime no enti victim no gi nipa ni dia na fe di wa start busane ni o ma ni ade ebu wo so ni didwa. Oh, me will go do me the bema me ton way says escabish me be investing with project room on be yama na fe nani echi no de bunu any number one.
Yes, but before I be to aso akọ wedim no I mean romance scam no obia sorry prekope enka se me ni wo di nkomo hunu bia keke na eno echi no wabenya me mugidi na me de afa so na me bu wafa so I mean wani ni di nkomo no kosi which point ana ema that confidence of trust no etimi eba ma afa nipa no committing who to that extent.
Yeah, thank you. You share perpetrators of romance scam yeah always yes and ya nyina actually say time nipa no beji wodi a o ante won ka enye ye no so always na statically baby but onipa ne be din command to baby a wanting enipa na oye committee fraud nka ontimi na
what one thing nka ontimi na no in which context because yenim se nkrofo ne nkrofo hyehya aware meba be ware me do uyo ba me ye bema I mean sankita hodie no aya na e happen enti I mean when nipa ne din command to that extent now you become so familiar with the person. So one would have thought, say, I mean, on which basis? Anna se many when ya down for fa ye din komo akodru baby ye nyina ye nyi ye ho arehwemu, okay? Na ebedru baby no uma misika ye betem me sa sika no say eye fraud.
Good. Say sika no dey take kasa ye fraud ni say ye mfa kwan paso na eje say obi de me no wadi komo adu maybe na uma misika kakra to nsu ano ma na say me ye project bi me ma me bi yare na uma misika kakra boa enkan ha adwen. Na we no gidie na ba no mo de enyoma emu ye du asika no be ye du ene say me onya gidie mu okay any me person me started gold business and no commodity fraud say e cost pa ma Ghana nye din boni especially no say gold is one key factor in Ghana. Gold business me no gold business okay business we obeko ho akotwa mfoni ebi kura akwa stand no Ghana no obeko akọ gold shop obeko mining sector obeko field and na be akọ onyoma oye actual whole documentation say na me wo so nya ne mugidie wo hu no do kra na waba wakọ Ghana ni na adi nkoma na say o man bia eye saade no wakọ ho ni na adi nkoma ye bibia awie o de ni na akira wo sa wo gidie wo no mu chechi o ka say okay ye be start ye be hia bia $500,000 fabra won chuchu uti okay so already
ye be bad no so because I know ye mechanical skill and technicalities no eba after say ya setting the foundation. And the foundation no you find say smart ti hey we share baba we be US and na me share baba we be ye did in common ya dia ya kodru baby ye pay ye ho asem. Now again the point is that nipa no wan fatuo magina wo so modi nkomo na akodru baby adulthood no abemu a munyina no ma consent to the effect say baby I dread because of the establishment of trust. Who be some me wo mugidie se me de bema. Now so nipa no consent the ade ne ma wo wie regardless of a kwan a wo fa so a wo convince no then we term it say a fraud. Enti first of all one for nipa no one ye bibia untoward towards the person but nipa na nkasa nti asiemu ene se wagye atum se o meboa wo kwan we so no. Then we come back to say a fraud. Why do we classify it in that nature after consent has been made by both parties?
Yes, in the some of these debates can be done. But from the fraud point of view, because they didn't die, even though trust has been built, the premise is fraudulent. Deceit, fraud. Who define fraud? Obedi na ada GBB ye nyina ya dia tum odo kwan so ana sentias ye ne trust kwan so ese ye sei ni mum sika wi ama me de ma no o ka kire me say e bia o ma me yare da hospital bia sika e huhia e na obi hia enso na ma me nyare o say ye koto field ye say ye project we okay ye see project we makoto asase wo ha ye see riverfront property na you good pa na dia e bia you are letting it out as this is short stay. Now, uji sikano on riverfront property bia. Into mama $500,000 say, say, wakoto asa create pictures at chairman po say we project in na medisa ano e buy scan buy into the premise is deceit and money fraudulent. But the legal terms, and then we can now debate on whether that is actually deceit or not, or whether any trust was established. There's nothing illegal about it. But when it comes to fraud, because those things were procured on deceit and lies, intimidate makase fraudulent.
Met me bisa
bisa national.
I bibi aboko there.
Bibi aboko
that's it. Miss Hoye party chese de kire ne se woni oba wo ho so ye wo mpena ana oye wukunu ana wo yere na se ogisika se odikoye na wamfa sika na anya eye crime enye sa
a deceit and fraudulent. Okay. But as I said, Mr. Kayan, legal, you know, any bit me say now kind of the spirit and the letter, no, you bet me a debate on that. I'm running for bit my debate. Say okay, and I'm saying you know what you make crowd say be my boy maybe a pen any other I didn't know and tessa. But over your language no more as in the fraud language, you know. This is fraud. Anything that is procured on deceit, because me know HM Panana say me know what me do for no. Nimum adewi a oje say what for yewe, and mostly no the oje kwa unfanye.
Okay. Anything on deceit without the other party knowing no a crime.
Yes.
Okay. So
fraudulent activity or financial crime when money is involved.
So yere ana wompena eji sika so be mutuo na wokona eye banku na si ho a is it deceit?
So captain you define fraud.
I don't know what is that deceit?
Well, say many value. If that value, banku no value ni okay, mamia. Then of course, me nyanse mon me okay, am okay.
Debi, me pese me di mutuo. E mutuo hu chop money ni yeyi. Wo ba fia, enu abanku na kae no. And ya still aka ho. Is that deceit?
Is deceit. But whether I will complain or not depends on the effect, how heavy that is, and the extent of my losses. Okay. And it's also my mouse the credit also what you call now sebi why I'm because my loss I can cover my losses. But what if $500,000, $1 million say with the project the business way and GD I want to me the amount no one found and I mean till can be usually no the amount almost started soon say we are blocking the panel. It only access to the person again. Now, why because or dog master na de koy or dona wenya and then they can say we have to not advocate then o person so we see council echo and you know no lose both and then ma yaudi ni ba and ma romance come a big thing because senipa no almost what that me or dona promise me no kasa there any you know the man me nya biem Missy Council kwa any can be obefa so a reporter na so be mo ho ate no
internet says sika ne ba na ehekura na ofre nipa na wunya na eno no so ye crime na enye crime
we na ye crime but who will report crime is crime because obi report no obi so na just obi follow e just idea say obi edi boni share dem so di ne ye hu ana so obi am report na mo baby na the man we ni ye crime na say e follow ni say mean on thing in kabiem no na e ho na betray and started then obebusa was any say sika we cross die no ana onye nipa na me ne kasa say no was started busa all the question no connected dots no but that's only nipa no wo on ti ase mpo say wo ye boni bi because only no wo ho kasa obesra wo so kosra no e wo kra wa ba anything enti business can go wrong. Enti me discuss me di koyi we because me yesi na me dada o say me yesi na wo de ma me na me no tini o dokwa so a it could be this kind na ashe which is okay. Anybody can manage that.
Okay, internet say no a free romance akoye transactional fraud.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Before Boame Baos no kojo mami establish we. I want say in a criminal justice system before we prove any criminal offense biano emra ne hwe ne mamienu okay enti the friend of mensura and actual rules okay in this context no bo me bi sa me kiremo the about so say many wo ye bibi many wo have interactions okay na madwemo no the intent no any say enkomodie ya ye di no ye di akwa kokusi say mebu ana mefa kwati kwan bi so agi wo bia okay then the laws at any point in time whether here or America will look at the intent behind it and for instance in a romance scam in komo aye di no se me no nya conversation ye sha se ye di nkomo ni nyina no ojo se madwemfua no anko ye se na me wo adwemfua bi se mebu wo kwan bi so a I mean how do we classify it with the intention so nipa we ade ye ye na opese obu me minim se de me pese me kan what yase ya
enti hono obehwe no nipa no connect ya obu mpon connect ya no ade ensema obehu a line of thought to be out the man no and enye no kre
okay
because to be able to solicit money from sika ye yankasa enti no also be paying sika no it's okay can same be mu ye there a lot of evidence. Into evidence because you have to fabricate something. Into papers, be other things, be what fabricate, videos, be any pictures, be also a project. What could you be project? Be quite the sign your money will now come back to show say there was a fraudulent intent or deceit or deception at the start of the whole deal.
Why is it say all around the world romance scam any internet fraud as a US and ababeye the focus point? I mean, one more fight is idea way. It looks as if most people now no EBS near my way. One more targeting Crawford and what the United States.
Well, meaning to Musa, a Kobe baby, but only countries now economic power, no United States Kahonti, reasonably people want to deal.
No, I'm asking that because a real case study. We the SEC or Ghana high crime FBI eba hani free the issue of Hush Puppy, a Nigerian guy, any other Nigerian guys are almost they've been involved in this whole romance scam. I mean, most destination no US, and it is the US, and as I say, no one will raising much more concern about the AC.
Yes, and then I make a basic one say US Nadia, we need Nipa Bonia on Fancho. Obedi a tree, and then another captain can say, you may be one of you, so be a bonny baby, or maybe 5 years, you may be Coney at the Aden, I the end. Yeah, no, about the pest. Who I was say, if you are harmed, pursue it. Name the any pursue do baby, maybe some correspondence here.
No, what problem? No. This is where
the US pursue every other baby chase you. You see,
winning the echo. A psychological warfare. What is happening to the people of the West in the world about blacks? A serious psychological war. But they needed something and make it academical so that they can incriminate the black.
Okay.
Number one,
ONUAFM,
crime is crime, irrespective of who committed or where it was committed.
Exactly.
Crime is crime. One can say, "What trust you?" Who said, "No, we do a brache. No man pay anything academic."
And fancy.
And family. So one share you be retaliating with the nyansa you warrior. And before you nyansa, but as I idea one bruntra. Enti de omo yeri na no hwe wo de hwade sit to the ho ye e den na bibini obi a ote America otimi ji obi kan feel nsem fi Ohio.
Yes. Maka ni bedru Ghana.
Maka ni timi bedru Nigeria. Na bedru Togo na bedru. I mean, think of it. FBI na kasa na no chase kan no Ghana no one in that time.
Yes, and I know to me baby so obo say e ba de say na sa ni man.
Enti wo mo ehu say wo mo di nya bone ya che. 81 woman co hiding behind academics and international bilateral relations. And it's a brony edi bibini bonia. You say, oh, where the anya crime, it would deepen our bilateral relations. They are quite buku the sokromo the sokromo then tuntumbra. The day I can come because no it would deepen bilateral relations.
Don't you think say the obo can a factor say
no, it is
for instance the West in the US are much more interested in what happens to their citizens.
No, we'll come to that.
And
we will come to that. Me pacho. We will be the Mahamidi Bonnie.
One more back.
And see, yeah, report.
But yeah,
report. Have we not, as a country, reported Kenuforiata? I don't know if you US Aquata Guyana, how baby. Time no America for no more.
ONUAFM 95.1.
Yay,
that's not American citizens. Ghanaian citizens.
There be no man who know. If indeed. Woman who know.
So now you are dependent on the American government or the
you see, what it means is that crime is crime. I agree. But baby, we must be a bit careful. Those of us belonging to the other side of the world. Say, yes, we'll sit down anytime, anywhere. There's this syllabus.
Okay.
There's this syllabus. Bam. Hey, bam. Na ye ko. Bibini no ye bibi kitu ebidia. Eye international crime.
Classified.
Eye international crime. So you are being labeled globally.
95.1.
So we are international corporate. I didn't say US ni be di boni wo Ghana ha dia yen ya sign pact bi a wa be fan citizenntem not na de ko.
But they don't show the weakness of work.
The weakness of our country.
State, yeah.
It is because ye yankasa na yama ye ho kwasa akwan. Maybe I may agree with you.
Yes.
Eti eba ne say no na be fan ko. The citizen no di boni no. I don't know beji ni fi yensem mo ha. I don't know.
And the second captain, yes, we to have a fire and crop. I mean, Ghana extradition.
Extradition process.
Apart from deportation. Apart from deportation. As you deported BBD. If you have a number, how many times now what is a gun and EBA debone wa America? You did not go to Ohio and not Columbus, Ohio and not Colorado. Sell into Ghana by so about what's with that? See, we
our pursuit. Me who say DH said the SCDH. Only letters and correspondence and coin may not be enough. But okay, you say US as some Kenya. Your diplomatic service or US almost FBI at the chair almost there's proper liaison and yes letters and coin Jumapa and say yes in the world, you know, everybody will want to think about themselves, considering costs and other factors. It one person in your year. Obian don't say the also don't.
Exactly.
It Ghana need to make say the letters are cocky kenti. Yes, we need to do more.
You think say US for no money say Canada or Shatta?
Oh, but they know. They know. No investigations are revealing.
No, I do not say money say Canada or Shatta Wale. If it's FBI, no money. I don't know Manchini Bianco. I don't know Manchini Bianco.
My miss Oboe. Obo enti Sadia Manina no happen we are. A ban is saying that finally they are able to ensure say Sika and more request ya Sika no I hated the rightful account. Say a car like we have seen in the second current circumstance, you know. Car no etimi ababedru. I mean, take us through the processes. Now yamra the bit of the corporate scam when it comes to emails near dear Kahua. Right now, no ama companies be brina no ejija woman so womu lucy a lot.
It is sending a romance scam what says normal money via transfer, what we call international transfer. They are just details of money or the memo of the do in the strict system and the telegraph, we call it telegraphic transfers, and only easy. But the what we call the BEC, that's business email compromise. And only idea yede uheni paya ye kase kan ye ne dia e link to Shatta Wale asem ya dinti o dem US kan no say ono o committee business email compromise fraud or scams, that's BEC. Omo that ejumaku bi say okay why ejuma bia mami e say otwa me kan e say na me the email be a second company now ye ejuma mami no asend o say oh can you make this payments here and there. Now among all the details, that looks like the original entity details. Near what yes can we entity has papi the can see connected to issue where most of those camps were business email compromises. Only years carefully by to say Ghana district executives, municipal executives, accounts, money others. By vendors and after because contractors on my year Juma legitimate contractors
institutions, you know. And the Amasa institutions, no more G's can it free or more.
Yes, and the official of the government will make a payment now, or make a payment to contractor B or A or A Jumama, a legitimate one, because the email seems to have come from that person. But that means that that's a compromised email. And the only for the we more because I can see a panel and nobody go beyond romance scam and some of these things and such can do. Because also as a project now be a and and hoka enti omutimi and a free social engineering omutimi who time omudidin komo who time we mo payments month omuta payments man such contractors enti no say time no so per no more papa email no call and look like the usual email received to make payments no process it later no don't say sikai original person never bad because of Beijing Sika no see a tria okada dada. Or say no, into me him no na ye into hwe said the course so has propane the current one I course we na some link to the car yasema ye can no na committee that what you call the BEC, not more of romance scam. That's the business email compromise. And also, as I say, a topic all kinds of fraud. Okay, FBI reports 2024 report by now BEC, you know, and I end up number one from type of crime or scam or fraud that echoes will be as
and then here Africa hey na no Ghana na be the center focus na ba hey
ONUAFM 95.
many are the question you busa ho pa e ade nyina ha adwen pa ma because fraud to echoes will maybe near tag was say the captain can eha citizens like how youth no baby abekobia say you go school class say me no cause Ghana certificates are really valued even here but they do maybe ya hwe any fraud seminar free so that can only certificate kwako baby any ehunye munyam bi mana say munye do the asam me ba question this no also because one you know ye eyina ye hu de bebre any buy ho ye kasa internet no ya fan say yen the nim say internet na kwasi broni na ye bre okay and no algorithm sini me bebre o mo de pick a lot of intel into years so wow ultimate mean the way also sorry and I will show cars like I see internet so now they begin to mark you and then start to follow you and when you're number one because investigations are difficult everybody will say in the world and yet better sir but uma ho kwan bebre na wa aye easy ama wo mo na ne omusunya evidence there say the unim no ye fa nchew enti number one ye no number two so they say ebi mu fi amana man bebre so abe try man ni ma also access to Ghana you know ubetra Ghana use Ghana yeah IP system IP address and you know credentials be edi say nipa we ufi krowe an area we now here jumele free ti so ye Ghana ni so ye Ghana ni so ye die ni o bibe na ha no Ghana is now becoming a hub okay sebi yin African Americans here na say omo papa and other neighboring countries in so omo nyina aba ni nyina we ka bo mabobra ka bo ni bi anim but ebi mu so enam so Ghana now use credentials no ti ye report to be a show Ghana there na Ghana will be me no ka say Ghana the top in West Africa in Africa number 4 countries are that is the latest report in 2024 by Interpol countries are committed fraud after South Africa after Kenya and Nigeria and countries are countries of population very very high it is a Ghana be come ho ananya dia FSA but say the Mexicano Ghana no bebre bebre eti de ne pursue bebre so any report no be show and skew to that she say okay Ghana no bebre they be asking me to youth no for no one don't commit fraud if you find out we need to find you out
sa report no would you sa report no would you
captain asem we so many aje say obusame media di omi nyini o ye ni bi Ghana say me no ka say ye bi na ya say attitude adwuma ko bi say ma form what we call anti-fraud initiative Ghana yes here dey be boa sa report we ni bi na tutu you follow for ya church say the be so be say
ejabo
ye ni report ni bi di obe ye no e be ko ti ye ni data
say yet here ye na ye nya football yi wo fa bo na o de paint fa bo na o to kwasoro a enche say me fa me nan mo the fact say me ni football enche say ade bi a round bi a me de me nan be bom anka me ni cancel literacy team nka ye papa balls na ka ye nan bobo papa no
as a captain ye po and one we are seeing now
there be one now pay there be one now pay you see you do baby on as I said near many be a bar we need to stand up to it
and challenge it
stand up against it as well. How can you tell me a country like Ghana be a bar no respect many insan latter for Ghana for your internet fraud in Nigeria.
Oh, but so about Nigeria.
Oh, almost say the whole West Africa, any lead Nigeria, any South Africa or West Africa. And I cancel that. Nigeria was South Africa. Yet was Ghana a committee internet fraud. Nigeria. At the whole world, Ghana toss for.
We shouldn't fall within the right.
Because
our internet is not being stable. We are now struggling to make our internet stable. So which one were you using to rob?
I mean, you do baby on, yeah. They have a very nice way. Yeah.
It's a cartel. It's a cartel.
Are they already here in Nigeria? I render Nigeria hopeless and useless.
Yeah.
Are they already here Kenya? Are they already here South Africa? Woman will say Ghana no. Sani man all the fame fa. Enti uncommitted crime. And the best Ghana. I am not saying say Ghana for be. And yes, Sani man no. Ghana for you.
Who boys no?
Ghana for
internet nation.
Yeah, why?
So who will be on internet?
Yes, Ghana and the whole West Africa.
Your lady,
your lady internet fraud. No. MBF I mentioned don't say what.
I think about Aquada.
So what does it
mean? So
what
makes it's a same penny for it say there's some plan to be against the image of this country internationally. Somebody must rise and speak.
That is it, Captain. No, I can't. So yeah, I mean, narrative. Now US and other country be a narrative, but that will stand. And now we have to now start pursuing a narrative. Now, as I said, Mr. Kanovian Interpol report now by now, Ghana is 13th in the world and 4th in Africa, which is so unfortunate. Looking at the number of countries in the world and over a population. And because we need to have a narrative. We need if you can say yes, so you pushy. We have agencies that can push this narrative and continue to make things right. If not, the perception will stand. And as we say, perception is reality. Perception is reality, whether it's true or not. Once there's perception out there, say Nigeria for your fraudulent. Even higher way, it is a baby and Nigeria, because it's now, well, in the economy. As maybe an antisa, well-meaning Nigerians, they be medical doctors, top doctors, could US be any very learned, but because of this mark, need to know. Omo bre e wo kwan bi so ebi kura e kope passport okuro bi so Ghana yem pese be dru wo it's a captain they all can hear the crepa any other starting narrative. Why are we not pushing the limits? Why are we not challenging some of these reports? If not, the perception will stand, and as you know, perception is a reality.
Okay. Finally, many will be many Kojoni Councillor Lutrota to us. So, what would be your advice to the boys, especially
boys,
in terms of our lifestyle and near money, because I know now who can yes, based on the internet algorithm near the and one more they track it. Now, even if say your lifestyle or data. You must be able to prove your source of worth and you'll be right? And I mean, what would be the advice in terms of, we guiding ourselves against some of these things?
I want to state this and I want this to be a fact that any boys to be uncle, I did know Ghana as of from penny for any politicians near the room and a year to showcase. Because who got a fee $5 million for Dubai. Now when to man just source of income, you'll be tagged as one fraudulent, you'll be tagged as laundering money, because that's not money laundering works. We call it placement. Living. And that's the 3 levels of money laundering. The activities said is to show off without correspondent a trust or cry. As for penny 4B at the almost accounts at your friend process. Now almost a show off. Maybe so there be our Rolls Royce. Yeah, sure, Captain, we cannot change it. And the captain is right by saying it may be wrong. But our lifestyle, no, as if in ye. Until you for be any boys in you host a Ghana society, air costopa, and penny for money as Omukra society, no, a bimu you saw accounts at the more banking sector, no. Sikabia by a fellow, as all the proof of income, proof of funds, about which let's Sikawi, a day and away in Tia, Skawi ba. If you have me more brave, I said, intimately, but let's say $2 million. Tell them because it's penny about brave, so nobody says, can mammy. Inti, am I a yes, can be system? Yes, we display, any lifestyle in here. It is a percentage change narrative, yes, every year. Sorry, I'm not by internet, or so when you're overnight. No, Casabe, US is Cafo, but of course, taxes in Tigrano, yes, in the first place. Or tax will be Triano. It was calculated this year. By a dear, who did be to say, the captain can change narrative now. Yes, started from somewhere. And some of these programs in the discussion are very good to start with.
We don't be beside me. We say, we are cotton down with Dubai $2 million. $2 million. Who is the consumption of the explanation of where I got the money from?
And they want to verify. Maybe I will now.
No, who is the consumer of that explanation of where I got the money?
Captain, you were global frameworks to say FATA, Financial Action Task Force. Any other frameworks that governing Sika Yeni, Sika, the ultimate case was Kentina with more than $10,000 bet to by US. Said the my own rem. But the international frameworks and laws being rules be governing transactions. You better $2 million or Dubai and $5 million. You need to justify where the money is coming from.
And see,
then that perception will continue to flow.
The auto dine with Dubai and I just can away. And I'm also coming down about about things. I'm auto dine with Dubai $2 million. Yes, I mean justifies maybe I mean yes, cano. But your matter we no na say video a day.
Video
live
on Facebook.
Na me chire me say misika no 2005 me boa kakra no to ha na after me be state the details of my account and I said who becomes the consumer of my explanation.
Yes, we don't even need your explanation, but Captain, your reporting standards be your free baby suspicious activity reports. Any, as I said, FATA, financial activity, your offense, and your lot of reports, any frameworks are. If you come out to Dubai, your framework just will report to Sescano. No, your systems, I say report it. It's who's the trend. If you say, Ghana and Kofu be Jessica Boom, every year, it will reflect in the fact that maybe Ghanaians are doing something wrong. It may not be true.
Maybe Ghanaians are doing something. What's my name?
For your time, my hand is.
What's my name?
You're fighting narrative, no? The reports to go there.
Mami, now I see I don't pay. Why? What being the any of us I knew didn't come from you. Right. God bless you so much. I'm grateful for your time. Isaac Obuo, anti-fraud expert, I don't pay. Oh, I mean, he knows what he is doing. And Mami now I said, Councillor Lutro Tatinasi, Mami try me home right here.
Yeah, someone maybe. I mean, Mami from Anunsi na main corner.
Okay.
I say yinya enema oho. Ebebo Ghana ni no ehomai.
Okay. Which is very important.
Enema ebebo Ghana ni no ehomai.
Konfompoa.
Say yanye careful wo. Apart from one we are aban sika no. Political corrupt people you must say na make.
Okay.
Yanye careful oho. Young guys are ebi metimi do musika sia dia to bonds, the treasury bills for a very long time no. We may be asking them questions and answering.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Because Kwame Adukufo to me for. No for Kwame Adukufo to me for years back. Emma the sikafia be koto car bank.
Okay.
Bisa. It do 5 years, 10, 12 years, a chileno. One share some could use as cano, and the baby put to prove. Come up, see my boy come.
You see, I understand the point.
What did I make sure I say? And see, you do baby on. Young Castle mine, we should have our own laws.
I protect it.
If you say, hey, pan a money laundry war in America, how many of them have they arrested?
None.
How many of them? How many of them? Menkasa me and Chiwa how?
95.1.
Menkasa me and Chiu. The money laundering na there. Sasi can free him. You can say be a money laundering na there. There. Upa Google. Money laundering na there. Would you Google na kind chere.
My main kind mamu there's
my exact definition.
When you sika I want to me entry baby I say sika no
and your friend money laundering.
And money laundering.
Would you Google that catch?
My mad the exact definition.
Would you catch?
To as what to as me
and you know as a say you check your near money because I say I didn't see na yajeko. Money laundering involves disguising financial assets.
The concealment of the origins of illegally obtained money, okay, typically by means of transfers involving foreign banks or legitimate businesses.
Okay, are they a confess that they will buy terrorism?
Okay, I agree with you.
GAG 721 for the thought, sir. Osama bin Laden and the likes were being financed by some other people. So as a result, they needed to do something about it. Because Sasikana you money laundering no, and yet illegally printed note. Legally printed notes.
Yeah.
And America dollar ya one can send the try. Say they free America. It could be some or Saudi Arabia. And then the Sikana wow printed ya America hono. American dollar no. That's what you try to Singapore. And then a wow Sikana wu try no everyone some etra America border. Eko wura o man from. E me bi kodi obi so bank account.
And they friend of money laundering.
Sorry. Oh dear.
My councillor Chiansa no me try haba. Councillor Martin.
You know.
Na empombo ko there.
Ye tem de bibre de kosu ye yense tell you ni be bi akọ. Ye tem si ba.
Na what you na ko ye there.
Wo akoye say nyame adom ye de ye na kosi.
Yes.
Ye guso di ho abobo. Fufuro betom. Ya yera asantene ma me enhihye no so da for 20. Ye ko ye nim de.
Okay.
Okay.
But I say, at a councillor literature now, ten can what I said, now, Mammy Trammy when you are from Cratway. Councillor, Mammy Emra was so now, yen shasi any and comway. In our laws, when you're 18 years, I say, we are fully matured adult. And a banner saying I will be in your 30 years, sir. What that's what telling mammy and any papa swing.
Bema me da se na se bia boko de
Erade de yam kwache
na de ekoso kakra with Shatta Wale asemi ebobo ba ebi to abeka ye nyina.
Okay,
the earlier the better. And asamba ko abrante ne kan ye ne say
yes
agro bia ye nso ye di no e wo internet nso no ye bie algorithm ho with a lot of negativity, with a lot of misconception, with a lot of misunderstanding.
Okay.
And for that matter, that bad reportage, you know, so called wrong headline. Na a be a cheap
expose
because Shatta Wale kowie you PA statement obey render mine in and say na de ekoso nyina on tiase. But wa baba boy you ko for abaso
because o ma
chire ni mu and wa bo remo acha abaso say odanase and you go for nyina say. So I believe say Shatta Wale no nsem is what we are using now.
Yeah.
Then we should report in that regard. As simple as ABCD.
Okay.
But if we want to go back to what he said when he didn't understand what it is, or whatever he didn't know what's going on, then it's like we are creating more of that negative belt. Number 4.
Yes.
Look, everybody in the creative art industry is needed to run the creative art place. The space cannot be left. No. It's not say I hate Shatta Wale. I like Stone Boy. I hate Stone Boy. I like Shatta Wale. I like Sarkodie. I don't like. It's not about that. It's about what is happening can happen to anybody. And once we allow them to create these negative precedents, this is a captain can Ebeka. What is the report that shows that we are fourth? How true is the report they have it?
And the analysis based.
It is better for us to create a sector that will investigate these lies that they put on us. Well, how many people have been arrested in America, kept them behind bars, and later they come back and say, sorry, compensate the people? Because we then see. Abrantie Party SMC. We're having discussions not knowing what to say. And we are building an algorithm from this country against what has happened with him. Because whatever you say, when you're arrested, whatever you say can be used against you
in the court of law.
So most of us, instead of trying to support the person, glowing with the person, no, back of our old picture. What were you doing before? So we create the access for people to investigate us whilst it is not necessary.
But again, obi anso ni mu community nim say wonye adwuma. Na yebehu ani say wo twi G wagona. Wouldn't people raise eyebrows?
They are raising eyebrows for who? It's not realistically because one day can be a miracle for a lot of people who have never gotten what
and
they're
then
looking
a
for.
G-Wagon can fall from heaven without any
It's
explanation.
not from heaven, but what I'm saying is that
That's
one
not
day God has a way of telling you. You can be on radio today, and when you close this particular show,
Yes.
one phone call could change your status.
Exactly.
But that phone call is not an announceable phone call.
95.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I understand.
There are offices that they've granted you things that it's not because of fraud, but they want to remain quiet. So you hold on to that allegiance forever. And don't just at your chrono. I have been in that position before.
No, I understand you perfectly. Say,
And in our culture,
people
we
can
practice
offer you,
that.
Yes, people can offer you that opportunity. But I'm talking about critically. Say, when you be what community, more society, more, when him say branch, will be a school, more.
You sit down with them once in the pier. Captain can say me say, she gave you a little car bank quietly. No? Many years no ko you ko bibianka. You better say you're fraud. Maybe the American say, you can't send the baboni ni entemu. But you am share honey and protect you. Bema, who to go to America? Yet me can't send to me to their cash. I always say $100 bill. Who you America? You show tutu.
Yes.
95.1.
Baubagana $20 one and here $20. Eti me took one me $20 make and $100. Who in a shop now to ade no internal security for people because you are taking $100 and to ebeto ade. You go chrono, you be so be go through a credit medium.
Yeah.
That's a woman. Obi an so credit ade. Why do you want to you per se you tino bia so e wo chrono. What am I say? That free range. And I hear the disagree ye the ba. Sister, brother, yeah, we deal with the extended family. Ebusuan japade bia is unaccountable for.
I don't hear the hun kakra.
Masa ebusuan gold bia yanko tuturu galamse bi. Ye dia man ye didi kakra kakra o.
Yeah.
Eye suman bia ye dey ade. So we cannot justify what we are doing o. What must say? Ebusuan me haban bia me pota ye the son kidney yale bi o. And now I can't justify the where my money is coming from o. What them can say? Eti yan hwe ya ukọ mu kroma. Omo say yan fraud. But utu aduane we are there too by first step or card so. Na so ba na ye call him fie near the nsa kwa. You see no ye there a bribe. What's the difference between their tips and their bribe? Ufa Uber, they insist say Uma tip. You know what I'm bring. Your culture is different. Me mom kwa mom rule here so no mo pe. It's media sem na ba no. Obi nka so be dibim. Obi nka so be before. But yen hwe yen komodie ni ye. Let it not be because it's Shatta Wale.
Okay.
You can hate him. You can do whatever you want. But be careful that what he's doing could be a way of fighting to clear a lot of these things that they are preparing against us. How can we be the first in West Africa? How? Then we go boys say nam kura second class boys he drive.
95.1.
Second class no. Boys are hina to new class kromwa. Tear rubber cars are hina boys ni kra ha. Say oh yeah money laundry I want to go to brand new car. Obi use car abeto. Tale mo me sorry ni jade e kan o. Mo me sorry. Na me say me ne we betima kan yen. Because here come no who to people be charge 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh yes, I did.
Yes, see, justify how you got the money.
My yamra ye topic ne so for ene na
na ka ho ma enanom ne agyanom nyina ebre. Ye kaso bi enya independent afi parent ho a. Embra na enact 18 na nka say at 18 years so. You are not under parental control. Debut. Or say mbra ne say unya 18 a embra no tumi ni wudi sane ye di panyin dia ye hia parental supervision. That is the law in the whole world. But your family say 18 you are adult go. Debi. And that's how mbra ne tie. Unya time reading mbra 18 in that particular stage na ye can if you see dey about 18. No parental, let's say, we are 16 years no qua juvenile issue.
Yes.
You hear ena ni eja. I'm almost so the sentence now for almost so. But you see, when you're 18, how to me make a decision for voting now? We can deal with you direct. And you're legal. But when it comes to your well-being, you cannot say at 18 you are so independent that your family cannot do anything for you. My brother.
But that's all in the world, you know. I mean, when you're 18, I mean, no kwa you juma a buying war processes near dia obet me dia boamu survive.
No, at 18, the woman say you can apply for some particular things in the country. What's that? To say pet dying. umami ho na betumi nya defi because unya adult.
Yes.
But marana ya hihye ne say unya 18 ya. Utumi koji loan. Utumi ko say because at 18 no ma set system no so the way say utumi nya credit. Utumi build your credit. But kromo ha yete bema. Unya 18 na wo he. Siatra. I don't think I'm just here. Unya 18 na so aja fi jom fi fom dia be fi aba ye be kan so share. Aka be go mo onya bi edi. Enti unya 18 wan won akwa gi loan 18 with what collateral. Ebia bills and how call 18 obehwe odim go here collateral no dia ba numpo ohwe bia fi de ba e. What you can say? So our problem is that ye the 18 year asem amaya kase where the 30 and obi odi 18 don't try that one. It is just a legal process. But remember, parental control and supervision never ends. The word is never ends. There are stages as we grow. You'll be born as an infant, becomes a baby, becomes a child, becomes an adult. So that adolescent and adult, sorry. So those changes occurs in the life of a child. Okay. But there is nothing in parenting called stages in parenting. A parent is a parent and will die as a parent. So there is nothing like a change in parenting. What am I saying? Say, you say, where do I have my independence? Please, there's nothing called independence when it comes to parenting.
ONUAFM.
Forget about that. There is no independence. You will forever be dependent on your parents. And that is how the structure was made. Where the 40, where the 30, Ogusuti Mamufie, onto Uncle Wale, Uncle Ese, TMA Pow. If you study the life of the eagle, eagle started so building a nest, no betunkusiana.
Yes.
Or building nest no as big as obetumi. Knowing say nkosuado do awatono. Obetuma hatching nyina mamuani nyina betremu. Now, or building I see all the tones and soye eshem. Now soye no the shemu no ono ne feathers in into no and one. And just with them you carefully go say tones womb. But hatching nkosuo ni wie no nya eaglet na. Eaglet no opie kopɛ aduane brɛ wɔn. Opie kɔ hante brɛ wɔn. No be feed your money now or nest mu kakran. Edu baby the nest becomes uncomfortable for the eaglet.
Yeah.
And to down one now. So you see that within the nest you are in, it's not that comfortable for you as an eaglet. Now, the height the eagle goes to lay the eggs are so high that the altitude is closer to a flight per some of the research that we have done. So the oil say the eaglet must learn how to fly. So then oil or si so munya gunechi. No nyamu cruise to say ye diagro. At a point in time, wa shiti one yinagu. Na ono eagle no run yaba down. Waiting for survivals. This is the style of the eagle. And you see within, according to the research, within the time of when was her altitude, no, in your attempt not to go into a wrong place, in your attempt not to die, then you begin to flap your wings. So as you flap your wings, then all of a sudden you begin to fly. This is how the eagle deals with the eaglet and they learn how to fly. It is said that most of the times, if you have 7, you can have all of them trying to fly, and you might have just maybe 1 coming to 4. And the mother has a way to spread the wings, and that the one that is falling that cannot fly again comes back on it until they try how to learn how to fly. What am I bringing to our mind? Proper parenting is
guidance.
It's total supervision. And in that supervision, the act of the eagle is needed. So you can't live with your daughter in the house who is full blown for marriage, and you are scared to remind her that there's a stage in child rearing. There's a stage. There's no stage in parenting. I want to repeat myself. As for parenting, no stage. But when it comes to childhood, there is stage. There are stages. You get to an adult, you get to an adolescent, you get to that. Those changes, parental supervision must tell you what you need to do at what time. Obi awo wen card with your wen card so. Usho wen card so ya chile stages ese akola ne ye. Ese akola ne do age be within a certain month now the akola ne te fie no. Ah won na won. Ese akola ne ka ma. It's part of the thing. Usho wen card no wom. So when you don't see this thing, it means that the growth of the child is becoming is being stalled or becoming stagnant. So independence is not what parent gives to children. Parents will release what we call autonomy.
Autonomy
Autonomy is not independence. Autonomy is being given part of your right to operate, but you are still under serious supervision. Marriages are collapsing. People are fighting people's parents because they think they are interfering. Brother, what you until you die, your father will never see you as a husband.
Exactly. Who's anybody?
Oh, Charlie. Until you die, your mother will never see you as a wife. Because to your husband, you are a wife. And mind you, in the whole world, the only person that sees you as a wife is your spouse. As I sit here, the only person that sees me as a husband is my wife.
Yes.
So will it be. So my father will always see me as the son. So in my operating in the marriage, I'm operating as a husband to my wife, but as a son to my parent. So when they call me as a son. So they can reprimand me at every time between the stage they find me.
Okay.
So you tell me, but san tiano, Oma Jenny say, Unia, Adibia Machirano, ewe exhibit. It means tiawo and fear be away with son say, dear Wiyanami share Mutama Wuni.
Yes.
No parent has been created or brought on earth to depend on a child. No, it's never done. Parents are not supposed to depend on children. Because once you begin to depend on your child, then your child loses that particular connection of getting orders from your end. So the problem we have is that poverty has relegated us from being supervisors, giving autonomy to our children to become dependent on our children. And whoever you depend on controls what you need to say and what. So this is the error. The error is that my father is 64 years. My father is 74 years. My father is 90 years and cannot fend for himself. My mother is above 90 and I'm supposed to provide for her because her statement rings in my ears. I sold everything I have to put you through school. You are the reason why I was not able to do A, B, C, D. And you wanka na kami wa America na me wo mu na me bese me 220 ye kwaja me 85 no me se me dia me nko enti munti na matena ha enti matena atakwa me dia mu saa amene manyi a mon sesa not dan no monya the block dan mami. So you grow up to be indebted to your
father and your mother.
The biggest error.
What him say asema woken misia broni bi na obisa me say question na bi say ede enti a in Africa there as unya chance na uye bibini na otu kwan ko Europe almost the entire family ni nyina de omo ha nyina
no de wonka
begu so
unu abayifo nka
udi obi aka and they draw from you. And
the painful part is that you can be here, the month has ended. So you don't have that liberty to be able to go and give your friend then be big to Ebia, Umami, and now Papa, or whatever it is. You've not gotten the access to go and give them what really they near Frau. Hello. Kwaku tie me pa. Me ameka se so apanyi na eka se yo. Enye bibia enti na so apanyi no ka se. Na umame. Me kai pass on mommy and to maybe a pama ya di kwa ye akwakoye bibi me na me di nanim na me de call mokola ne koton he ase ne go to say fees ya ko si ase na kwa abrochiri enti dem be so ti ase no say o maame aduro na mba ye no o maame nyama na mba ye ni hwe ni ye na maame anka say ntia brother. So the life you are living, we get to a stage where we live for them. And once you live for them, they cannot manage you. They cannot do anything on you. So we become burdens and troubles because our parents have failed themselves. They didn't fail us. It's maka to ho. Mesa kabio say eja bia wo hwe me enne bia wo hwe me me fa o kakra ni na hwe wo ba da bi onyi se fa to zo. Don't use all you have to take care of your children.
Okay.
Mind you, I say never use all that you make to take care of your children. Build for yourself. Build a befitting house that you can live in. Yeah, there are a lot of properties that they left for us that we can use it because gone are the days when your father has built a nice house. It could be 4-bedroom house with a long corridor in the house. Yes. But the toilets are outside. 2 toilets. 2 bathroom,
yes,
and that's the biggest house they built for you. So what best 10 bedroom house if you are one thing, and then team
star necessary.
To say kita 4 bedroom house with 6 toilets.
Yes,
eka enye ka ketwa yale enye yale ketwa esika ye say what ye fimu no esika betime si dan wa bonten e say you disinfectant obi yem bebon wo ye duro bi pool smell bi na eka what toilet obi a oni menya adwen no wo de to bu ase na hwe time ye use ebrodua ye use graphic and na ye to toilet roll but e wo mu 30 but 280 Ghana cedis aye de pa ye nto hwe eka abeto ye nso eti papa jajapadeɛ bi ma wa abɔnten japadeɛ de ni eni onyam bia ba o ma me hu sɛ o de ne ka enti ka o de ni ntino de bia o da so o ye senko wale bema o ye adwuma wɔ ONUAFM busumi wa ye tua 4,000 Ghana cedis 4,000 na offer troubles the film 4,000 na de bi ye bi didie o ma me eduro oje busumi bia no okubu sesi a eduro ni light ni bi bia e 3,000 Ghana sa 3,000 Ghana o papa ante o papa atwon o ma me atwon enti 4,000 na e di ama no e ba ni saying na utumi po e survive hu so our life you are living unfortunately for us, if you tell somebody that you are 40 and you are still living in your father's house, it doesn't make the person an irresponsible person. If you are 30 years and you can't do what men are doing, but you are sleeping in your mother's house, your father's house, hear me and hear me well. The life has been lived for him. But if he goes to rent in Accra, where in locations that we never expected rent to go up to 1,500 and above, you go to areas where you come into Accra, you pick a car and spend huge. Almost dying chamber hall 12 by 12. 1,500 Ghana cedis. On the toilet is Shemudia, 2,000. And your brand Duncan, 2,000 a month. The salary, 3,000 a month. And to say, or see own 2 fini papa fiena yesinu. Even though now or your inconvenience, no, ni papa no or yambua no kosi baby. So it is not laziness. It is not irresponsibility. Independence is not what we are looking for. We are looking for autonomy, and the autonomy can be given to you by somebody who has the right to control your wealth and your riches. And these are parents. And yes, and say, let's not spend all we have in educating our children. Let's spend some on ourselves. Me come what I say. Uma wo yire tan ne maame ne papa onya hwe mama cat wo say enanom yo maame bia be chi ne yam amma de opese onya me catch you say obi your papa no how okay o maame de nisika nyina hwe wa how okay it won so awanyi bia wadui they are not supposed to depend on you, but unfortunately for the sake of parental blessing, do what you can. Never do what you cannot. Please, young man.
Okay.
Don't die for your father. Don't die for your mother. Don't die for the family because you have traveled.
Okay.
But if you need help, because counseling is essential in this time where we are supposed to be independence or autonomy or move on, call me on 0277 609 644 0277 609 644. Na kai say we are smile way. Makpa jinja hana chips yare. Bema opa metron we bi komo bi. Na research be a financial research. The prostate glands of young men and young men and old men in this country.
Okay.
Maybe I do the prostate glands no esi nyina you take care of our prostate glands.
Okay.
And to what would me ne coronary test na running test na de be ka bia no frɛ me wadie bia me de chaw e de ato techirema so na won so mpema gro ho atochema a won to me we no kai say ewie no boa sen edru 21 times in a month uti we unya 3 e ka na wo de
me da say
kansla me fa bɔ ne nkyɛw